G'day all. First time back on the video for a long while, but thought I'd start off with showing you a little bit of what I do for myself for breakfast. It's, I mean, I've been told all sorts of different things about breakfast, but for me, something, a light cereal, just, is something that I need. I've been told to have proteins, all this, that and the other, and that's great, but it really just doesn't suit sort of making me feel correct, or, I don't know, I'm normally a person who doesn't have breakfast at all, so to have something heavy like bacon and that first thing in the morning, like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and then shoot off to work, it's just, I don't know, just wasn't working for me. But what was working for me was a homemade cereal. Now that cereal, I thought of, sort of having known what I know about various, ingredients and what have you, and things like, psyllium husk, being the major ingredient in many things that sort of, get your bowels moving and all that sort of stuff, like Metamucil and what have you. And then a lot of seeds and what have you and all that sort of, having all these different benefits that you're always reading about in magazines. I thought, well, maybe I can make my own one. So went to the health food section and I thought, well, I'll get a whole load of seeds and various other things, and then I'll get some dried fruit and put all that through there. But then I found that the dried fruit was just incredibly high in calories, and probably because it was mostly sugar coated, I guess. But so that sort of ruled that out. But then I found goji berries. It was just dried goji berries, reasonably low in kilojoules, but extremely high in antioxidants and vitamin C and all that sort of stuff. So I thought, okay, well, there's my flavour sort of content to it. And then I sort of had, in the health section, there was just mountains of choice. So I just sort of went with the ones that I was familiar with and mixed them all together. And it turns out pretty good. So what I basically got, I'll just turn around and let you have a look here. Now, if you have a look at this, we've got LSA meal. Now that's a... what do they call it? LSA stands for something. I'm not exactly sure right now. I'm just super prepared, as you can tell. Psyllium husk. Now that's the major ingredient in products like Metamucil that you mix with your water to sort of get your bowels moving and what have you. And that really keeps you in motion. So that's as far as I'm concerned, that's good, because the last thing I want to be is bound up. Now I went for some brown linseed as well, or flaxseed. Now that's sort of, don't really know the benefits of that, but I've heard about it, so I thought, well, I'll give it a try, and it's quite nice. So quite happy with that. Now the other thing I went for is these rice krispies or rice puffs, but these are the organic style, naturally made. They're 100% whole grain rice. There's no added sugar, no added anything, and that sort of lightens up the cereal a little bit. Now the other thing I've got, which I've gone and thrown the container out, so I'll just have to show you what it sort of looks like. Now I bought this container as well, which is, you can see by my hand the sort of size of it, or a can, the size as it is there, and it came with this little handy cup inside, which is great, because that's about sort of what I feel that I should be eating for breakfast. One of those sort of around about that much, maybe a little bit more in it. Now the part that I'm talking about that I don't have the wrapper for anymore is these. There we go. Can we get that in focus? I don't know. And that's just rice bran. It's processed, but it's really nice, and it gives you that little bit of filling. So quite happy with that. And I found that by using this, and if I don't have this, I'll just have something like wheat biscuits, or wheat bix as we call them here in Australia. Just two of them with some, a small amount of milk, just enough so the whole thing's wet, so it's not like eating sand. I find that that sort of sets me going for the day, and and I'm quite happy with that. That'll tide me over till sort of lunchtime. On the odd occasion, sometimes we'll have bananas in the house. Might slice a bit of banana on the top just as a, you know, an added little thing. And that'll, yeah, like I said, that'll tide me over. So anyway, thanks for listening, guys. That's breakfast for day one. If I do anything else for breakfast or anything like that, I'll fill you in on that as well. And I'm going to be filling you in on what I'm having for lunch and for dinner as well. So if anybody who's, you know, wanting to change and wanting to something to follow, to give it a go, at least you've got something to reflect on. Should it be successful for me? So thanks very much, guys, and look forward to moving on and losing some weight. Take it easy.